But the people that have already, now that you're checking, they have already, if they've got a job and receiving that income, then you're not required to go back and pay the money. So is the IRS going to come in and penalize them for these people you're finding now?
Well, I don't know whether we would. And again, most of the people who we are taking off now are people who have not responded to us. So we don't know whether the income, whether they are over the limit, or whether they simply haven't responded or have moved out of state. And something else may have happened.
But you just said that the IRS can come and check you.
We'll just let the IRS deal with it.
The IRS probably won't do that. And most people will keep doing that. I mean, you see that in rural communities at times, that they figure out the system. And they just keep doing it until they get caught. And then if they do get caught, as you said, you're not going back after them, which if the IRS or DFA overpays me, I'm sure DFA probably knows my finances pretty well. But if they overpay me, they're going to get their payment back. If a farmer goes out here and applies for some type of relief from the government, with disaster relief or anything, they misfill out everything and everything, they can come back and get it. You're giving them a total free pass. So people know that. And that's how they can figure out and work to scam the system.
Well, I think if they're not worried about facing those penalties, if that doesn't bother them.
Well, they're not worried about it, because you've already said in the newspapers multiple times, they're not worried about you. We know that. You said in the newspapers multiple times that you're not going back at it. So
let's keep the discussion on what we're talking about here, the eligibility verification process.
That's what he's talking about.
Well, that's what I'm talking about, the process, and trying to figure out how people can't scam the system. I mean, you're going to have a system that month to month can figure out where their income level changes and start making them pay the money back.
I think one of the possibilities we talked about is, right now the federal government says you can only look once a year, you can only redetermine once a year. I think that's one of the topics that we potentially ought to be talking about with the federal government is, could we look more often? Can you want to see what it would cost us in terms of state administrative expense? That may be something we want to consider, is looking more often at income.
So to be clear, what you're saying is right now federal law prohibits us from checking more than once per year.
It prohibits us from redetermining more than once a year. So, in fact, you could check, but kind of the way in.
But you cannot, basically, you cannot have a redetermination process more than 12 months. But that is something that could be part of a request for a waiver.
We can at least talk with them about whether you can get a waiver to do that. Yes, sir, I think so. I mean, we can certainly ask. Right now, the rule is once a year.
Well, I mean, that just gets to the point. You're saying that the federal government prohibits you from checking multiple times each year.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but the federal government in the law forced you to check once a year. You didn't do that, and you got a waiver to not do it. So you can check about a waiver to check multiple times a year.
Yes, that's what I was just saying. I think that's one of the things we could do potentially is go back to the federal government in this successor to the private option and say, one of the things we might want to consider is, could we check more often or check differently?